great to see such a turnout this morning, and it's an honor for me to be representing your Delaware National Guard and all branches of our military during our Memorial Day ceremony. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to address the presence of both my commanders-in-chief. President Biden and Governor Carney. As many of you are aware, my role as the Adjutant General of the Delaware National Guard allows me the opportunity to serve the governor in a state capacity as a member of the cabinet, manning, equipping, and training our soldiers and airmen for any domestic missions. And of course, my federal role allows me to serve the president in preparing our servicemen and women for fighting our nation's wars. And after many years of observing both of these longtime public servants, I'm comfortable in saying that for all three of us, how fortunate we are to have the opportunity to ultimately serve the American people on a daily basis. For that is who we all truly work for and represent. Gentlemen, it's an honor to be with you both here today. To the families, thank you for supporting our veterans. Now today, we have the opportunity to honor the over 1 million Americans who've given their lives while in service to our country. And we are continuing a proud tradition held each year in May, which began as early as 1865. And annual ceremonies held throughout our country have solidified the understanding that all American citizens have an obligation to always remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. In recognition of this sacrifice, an unknown speaker is quoted. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. This morning, we are participating in a ceremony that is so much larger than the recognition of our fallen heroes. This ceremony is about creating a link between all members of our society and those that have answered the call to serve. All of us are saying thank you for your commitment and dedication, and should the tragedy of losing a warrior occur, we, the American people, are here to fulfill our end of an unwritten contract. We, the citizens of the United States, are honoring a contract that we make every day as our young men and women raise their right hands and make an oath to serve and protect our citizens at home and abroad. For all of you, I offer a sincere thank you for supporting our troops and attending events such as this. I am a military member, a military spouse, and a military father. And I am proud to witness so many of our citizens who have taken time out of their lives this weekend to pay tribute to our nation's fallen. Events such as these put my mind at ease, knowing the military heroes are not going it alone and have the support and backing of our nation. 34 years after my military career began, it is heartwarming to witness the honoring of the unwritten contract. And I am certain, despite the loss of a family member or a friend in military service, our Gold Star families in attendance will feel the love and the compassion in our midst and understand their loss is not in vain, and recognize that continuing generations of Americans are willing to carry on the fulfillment of the unwritten contract. Thank you, Chuck.
coming out.
I need 4 men to clear that hole in this building, the beach of the building. Clear the hole. Weapon up top!
Hi, I'm Command Sergeant Major Lou Gardner of the U.S. Army Combat Readiness Center. Nearly 2/3 of soldier motorcycle mishaps involve only one vehicle, the motorcycle. It's not always the other guy's fault. Most of these mishaps are due to behavioral factors like indiscipline. Ride at your skill level, adhere to speed limits, scan your surroundings, and be on the lookout for potential hazards. Stay alert and stay alive. Enjoy your ride and arrive safely. Readiness through safety. Hi, I'm Command Sergeant Major Lou Gardner of the U.S. Army Combat Readiness Center. Leader engagement is critical to building and maintaining a safe motorcycle riding culture. Leaders E5 and above and soldiers over the age of 25 make up the majority of Army motorcycle fatalities. Riding and non-riding leaders should implement a rider mentor program and ensure soldiers complete required training. Soldier safety is just as critical at home as it is on the battlefield. We have tools that can help you at safety.army.mil.
I'm Senior Airman London from the Delaware Air National Guard, 166 Airlift Wing. We are currently located in Dover, Delaware at the Dover International Speedway. My job here is to scribe, so I'm filling out all vaccination cards and dealing with the paperwork as far as date, time, and putting the stamps on there and pretty much letting everybody know that you're official. So I've been in the National Guard coming up on now 3 years. October will make 3 years for me, and it's been a great 3 years, honestly. The ride has been awesome. Met a lot of incredible people, got to travel a little bit, and get a chance to be on a mission like this, which is really, life-changing, and this is making history right now, so I really am proud to be a part of the Delaware National Guard.
I'm Sergeant First Class Timothy Ganshorn with Charlie Company, the 198th Expeditionary Signal Battalion. I got a phone call saying they were looking for some help to run this site, and I said I would definitely be interested. And so they said, good, show up here tomorrow. These missions are my favorite kinds of missions. On a regular deployment where we're like active duty, it's not the same missions that the National Guard can get. These missions where we're in our own community, impacting our own community, really are special to us. So far, my team has been responsible for more than 70,000 vaccines.
It feels really monumental to me that I was able to change someone's life, all just by filling out a few lines, just to tell them that you're all set, sir, you can have a great day. You're all set, ma'am, have a great day.
I mean, it feels great. This is what I live for. This is why I volunteered and stayed in the Guard, even past my eligible retirement date. This really is so fulfilling as a job that you don't get this anywhere else.
On August 23, 1954, a behemoth lumbered onto the runway at Lockheed's plant in Burbank, California. 4 Allison T-56A1A turboprop engines, delivering 3,750 horsepower each, moved the plane's hulking mass in preparation for its first flight. This moment was the culmination of 3 years of work, creating the perfect transport for airlifting troops and gear into war zones. And the resulting plane would change the U.S. Armed Forces forever. This is the C-130 Hercules. The C-130's purpose can be seen in its dimensions. A team led by Lockheed aeronautical engineer Willis Hawkins, who later designed the M1 Abrams tank, determined the size of the Hercules cargo hold simply by drawing a circle around the biggest piece of equipment the Army needed to airlift, a tank. Because tanks are usually transported by rail, The team made the fuselage the same length as a railroad boxcar. And like a boxcar, the C-130 was meant to haul. After its successful first flight, production began in earnest in Marietta, Georgia, where the Herc continues to enjoy the longest continuous military aircraft production run in history. The plane has gone on to serve 70 countries and be produced in more than 70 different variants. Although the C might stand for cargo, the C-130 is a true jack of all trades, with its ability to operate as an airlifter, gunship, ambulance, TV broadcast system, drone launcher, even an airshow performer as the Blue Angels famed Fat Albert. In Vietnam, the C-130A would prove indispensable, delivering cargo and weapons on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, hauling aircraft parts, dropping leaflets, once even clearing helicopter landing zones by dropping a pair of 10,000-pound bombs. Throughout the Cold War, several C-130 variants would provide much-needed reconnaissance on the Soviet Union and China's nuclear programs, while also participating in psychological warfare campaigns as a prelude to both the Persian Gulf War and the Iraq War.
American C-130s have been flying in supplies for Chombe's forces at a rate of 2 or 3 plane loads each day. The American effort is strictly non-combatant, but in a country of vast distances and poor communications, their air support proves invaluable.
While the C-130 has been used to facilitate combat operations, its wings have always saved lives as well. It's been a central figure in hostage rescue missions and has also been the first responder to natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the Haiti earthquake in 2010, and the Fukushima nuclear disaster in 2011. Despite its service record spanning more than half a century, the C-130 isn't even close to calling it quits. In mid-2020, the Air Force sent its AC-130U Spooky gunship to the boneyard, only to make way for the AC-130J Ghost Rider, the service's latest and greatest gunship. Like other C-130Js, the Ghost Rider enjoys 1/3 better range, 15% better fuel efficiency, and 25% more thrust than legacy models, thanks to its 6-blade Dowty propellers and Rolls-Royce AE2100 turboprop engines. Forthcoming features, from a digital heads-up display to optional carbon brakes and next-gen radar, will make the AC-130J better than ever. Along with its 30mm cannon and 105mm howitzer, the AC-130J could also wield the first offensive laser weapon seen on an American aircraft. If development and funding go as planned, this 60-kilowatt laser will give U.S. commanders a non-lethal option for taking out an adversary. Almost 70 years after its first flight, the C-130 remains the Air Force's do-anything aircraft, and when the future of aviation tech is ready for the battlefield, the Herc will be the one to deliver it.